There are over 85 million skateboarders worldwide, making skateboarding one of the most popular sports in the world. And with that many people, there are a lot of actors, musicians, and least important of all, YouTubers that skateboard that you may not have known about. So in today's video, I'll be covering over 40 different famous people that you most likely didn't know could skateboard. Starting out with the YouTubers, first is not a YouTuber, it's a TikTok star, Addison Rae. And yeah, okay, she's not a pro by any means. In fact, she just started like, I don't know, a few months ago. But she might be getting better sooner than you think because she got to learn how to skateboard from the Birdman himself, Tony Hawk. Up next for YouTubers is Danny Duncan, and will occasionally, yet kind of rarely, post skateboarding content of his own on his channel. Jesse from Nelk. Much like Danny, Jesse's actually a pretty good skater himself, and he even sometimes skates with Ryan Sheckler in his private indoor skate park. Casey Neistat. Casey Neistat is pretty much the creator of vlog content on YouTube and the one who introduced everybody to boosted boards. Although I feel like most people already know this, some people might not, he does in fact skateboard and he's not too shabby at it himself. And last but not least for YouTubers, we have David Dobrik. Yeah, no, just kidding. He's definitely not a skater, but he's an honorable mention because this clip of him dropping in is absolutely hilarious to me.
Stop. Did you get that?
I got that.
Alright, so now on to the movie stars. Up first, we have Seth Rogen. When he's not smoking weed, he's probably going to the store to buy weed. But it looks like that sometimes he'll go to the dispensary on a skateboard. Heath Ledger. RIP to Ledger. The Australian actor grew up skateboarding and surfing, and he knew what he was doing too. If he was still around today, you'd probably see him skating pools and vert. Dave Chappelle, the king of comedy. This dude is pretty damn good at skateboarding himself. Back in an old interview, he said that whenever he travels to put on a show, he will find a local skate park to go out and skate at, which I think is pretty cool. Owen Wilson. Most famous for Night at the Museum, he's actually pretty good at skateboarding. He's been friends with Eric Costin for decades and was even featured in Girl Skateboard's Yeah Right video. Michael J. Fox. Michael started skateboarding as a kid, so when it was time for him to skate in Back to the Future, it was a breeze for him. A few years back, he even auctioned off his first skateboard for charity. Matthew McConaughey. Best known for starring in movies and Super Bowl commercials, Matthew McConaughey actually skates in his free time. And although you won't find him ollieing up curbs and, doing gnarly handrails, he does seem to ride around quite often, but mostly for transportation. Robert Patterson. The sexiest man in the world, started skateboarding when he was 26. But apparently he could not skate before then because the studio executives wouldn't let him skate because they feared that he would injure himself. Zac Efron. When he's not working out, you can find him in California skateboarding shirtless, much like Justin Bieber. The Atl Twins. These twins are married at the hip and will separate just far enough to do a bit of skateboarding. And they're actually pretty damn good too. They first got their start in skateboarding and even released a part for a skate shop. Chuck Norris. Although the jokes have never been funny, he started skateboarding from a very young age, mostly doing freestyle. I mean, you gotta admit, this photo of him doing a handstand is pretty hard. Jason Lee, most well known for his star role in My Name is Earl, he's actually pretty prominent in the skateboarding community as well. He was even introduced into the Skateboarding Hall of Fame back in 2019 when he was 49 years old. At his peak during the late 80s to early 90s, he picked up multiple sponsors and was even featured in one of the most famous skateboarding videos to this day, Video Days by Blind Skateboards. He's also an owner of Girl Skateboards and Lakai Limited Footwear. One of the coolest things about him though is that Mike Corral cited Lee as being one of his main skateboarding influences. Jack Black. Most of Jack's skateboarding days was back when he was a teenager, but he still skates to this day. Currently, there's an ongoing lawsuit between Weasley Humstrong, something like that, suing Jack Black, Tony Hawk, and even the Barracks for copyright infringement. I don't know what that's really about. And anyway, Jack Black is actually featured in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 as an unlockable character with the nickname of Officer Dick. Steve-O. I feel like this is another one that most people know, but Steve once had dreams of becoming a professional skateboarder. But life decided to take him another route. Regardless, we're so glad that he's here. And he's actually pretty good at skateboarding. With all of the actors done, now it's on to the musicians. Up first is Rihanna. Okay, by no means is she the next Nyjah Houston, but at least she can ride a skateboard without falling off. And funny enough, Thrasher magazine apparently does not support her wearing their clothes, as Thrasher editor Jake Phelps said, "We don't send boxes to Justin Bieber or Rihanna. Those are fucking clowns." And he's not wrong. Jaden Smith. Okay, I'll give it to him. He's a bit more of a skater than Rihanna. and he's got a few flat ground tricks on point. It seems like he likes skateboarding street more than anything, and Jaden has included skateboarding in just about every single music video that he has put out. Lil Wayne. Of course, there is no way I can make this video without mentioning him, as he's one of the most popular rappers, and he's definitely by no means bad at skateboarding either. He even built a skate park in New Orleans and is commonly seen hanging out with Paul Rodriguez. And at one point he said that he was going to be the greatest skateboarder in the world, which still hasn't come yet, but we're waiting for it, Lil Wayne. We believe in you. Soulja Boy, tell him. Soulja Boy did it first. Yes, the dude who spelled his own name wrong on his latest mixtape skates, and even sometimes with Lil Wayne and Justin Bieber. It's rumored that he is currently working on a skateboarding video game because he reached out to Tony Hawk asking for advice on how to get a video game deal with Activision via Twitter. Unfortunately, no one's really talking about it or even taking it seriously, because his first attempt into moving into the video game industry back in 2018 was when he made the Soulja Game Handheld and Soulja Game Classic, which were overpriced pieces of trash off AliExpress, and Nintendo threatened to sue him. But that obviously did not scare him because he went on to make a PlayStation knockoff instead. John Lennon, being the overall icon of a man this guy is, he took to skateboarding now and again, mainly during the 1960s, which is actually kind of surprising because this was before the craze of skateboarding, the first big boom of skateboarding in the mid-70s. This is a photo of him taking a break from filming a music video for Help back in 1965. Metallica, the band. James and Kirk are both skaters who have been skating for a while now. They even collaborated with Vans about 8 years ago. Pink. I almost forgot that Pink even existed, but guess what? She skates. And apparently she started way before she got famous too. Tyler, the Creator.
And I bet you never seen a dog on a horse before, cause you suck.
Okay, I get it. Probably know this one. I'm sure almost everybody knows this one, especially after he put out a video where he ollied over a Porsche. Ben Harper. The American singer and songwriter is most often known for blues, folk, soul, reggae, and rock music, and is also a pretty good skater. He can do laser flips and is even friends with Rodney Mullen. Miley Cyrus. Before twerking and that disturbing tongue thing and just all that, she was pretty into skateboarding, and even today she occasionally skates. Oh, and she even has a trick named after her called the Miley Cyrus flip, otherwise known as the hard flip Ghetto Bird 360. She obviously did not invent this one herself. The pro women boxer Chris Brown is actually a skater, and yeah, he's really bad, but technically he has stood on a skateboard. Travis Barker. While you won't see him ollieing 24 stairs, he's a pretty decent skater for someone who isn't sponsored. A few years ago, he was quoted saying, "All I want to do is ride skateboards. I wanted to be a professional skateboarder, but I had this problem. I kept breaking half my body skateboarding." Selena Gomez. Okay, yeah, she's bad. She literally pushes Mongo bad. Michael Jackson. When Michael Jackson wasn't diddling boys or making music, he would occasionally take out his board for a ride. Although I'll admit that he skates like a pedophile. Brian May. The band Queen's guitarist is actually a pretty clean skater. There's even the famous photo of him stopped on his board playing the guitar. David Lee Roth. From the band Van Halen, he was known to be a great skater among friends and family. He has some pretty cool skateboarding photos out there, specifically the one where he's jumping over a tennis net. Pete Townsend from The Who almost looks like a cartoon polar bear, but that does not make him a bad skater. While you never actually find him at a skate park, he is known for bombing hills, sometimes even in the rain. Hopson. The rapper who's known for his deep, meaningful, and somewhat corny songs is also a prominent skateboarder. There's a video of him out there playing a game of skate with Andre Colbert, and there's another one where P-Rod teaches him how to do a frontside flip. Oh, and he's also even got a song called Nollie Tray Flippin', which he can do repeatedly. Justin Bieber. I'm sure you already know this one, but the Biebs is pretty well known to skate in the California area, and he even has a video of him skating in Nyjah Houston's indoor skate park. Logic. Logic the rapper is seen pretty regularly skateboarding. He even released a video of his own skateboarding, which you can buy on Amazon for $2. There's also a volume 2, which you can buy for $20. And one time he played a game of skate against YG and won, technically making him the better skater. YG skates. Enough said. MGK. Machine Gun Kelly has been skating since 5th or 6th grade and skates pretty often today. And all of those years seem to have paid off because he's actually pretty good. He even skated with Ryan Sheckler, and the two have a music video together called Skate Cans. Anyway, that's just about all that I have for this video. I'm sure there's many out there that I missed, so if I did miss them, leave them down in the comments below. Maybe I'll do a part 2, probably not, but maybe. Let me know which celebrity you did not expect to have actually skateboarded. For me, the biggest one was probably John Lennon or Dave Chappelle. Those two are just like, I had no idea. Anyway, that is all I have for this video today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.